Welcome to the Chineng Qigong Community Podcast, Wisdom Qigong Uncovered. My name is Thorsten Lüdecke, and this is today's story. Something is going on in the tiny country of Slovenia, where suddenly 4,000 people start practicing Qigong. Inspired by a simple idea to use the concept of breathing and nature, Andraj Purga is introducing basic Chineng Qigong exercises to the public. In today's story, we explore the importance of nature in our practice, and we hear from Andraj how he managed to get the government to fund this incredible initiative.
And he does a lot in terms of community work, and he actually is running a project currently that is supported by the government of Slovenia, which is an unusual thing these days that governments support these projects. So I'm very interested to hear about it, and it's called Breathing with Nature. So maybe Andraj, you would like to say a few words about what this program is and how it came about, please.
Yes, thank you for inviting me, Thorsten. I'm really glad I can share more about this project. First thing, I want to explain how is this possible that we got a tender from Ministry of Health to support this project. Because I work as head of the educators in association which have a humanitarian status. And it's called School of Health Association. And we have more than 5,000 members across Slovenia. And we are active in 90 municipalities, which means that we are all across our country. And because we gained status of humanitarian organization, we could apply to another tender, which is only for humanitarian organizations. And we were positively accepted with this program, Breathing with Nature, in the middle of COVID area in 2021, and we focus on mental health of citizens of Slovenia. So when this tender was out, we as a big organization starts to think about it, and I got idea, of course, I'm a Chineng Qigong teacher. I know about mental health, about anxiety, depression, all these emotions which were held in people's lives, that we can offer something, and with support of the Ministry of Health, we can do it for free. So the idea was born, and we get a green light for do it. And like in short descriptions, in the last 3 years, we were really active, and we also got extended of the tender for another 3 years. So we are till 2025. We are doing it.
And that is wonderful. That's wonderful, Andraj. Maybe congratulations for the extension. First of all, I didn't know that, and maybe you want to explore just briefly what you are doing in this program. What actually does breathing with nature mean, and how does it tie into Chineng Qigong?
Yes, so the main idea is that it's the exercises are led by volunteers, which are educated through our programs. And I give you an example. So we meet at a park outside, and we go for a walk, like 5-10 minutes walk around the nature, connecting with nature. And then we go to some spot in the nature, we make a circle. And here I can explain some parts which are the base of Chineng Qigong. So we organize Qi field. So we connect to each other into the nature on the information level. Then we add simple breathing exercises. which activate our stomach breathing, like basic natural breathing of humans. And then we do 3 exercises for our spine. So when our mind is really calmed down, we connect ourselves to the nature, we start, these exercises are part of Master Liu Yongtong Chi Core improvement. Some exercises from body and mind, and one is from Tai Chi Ball from Zheneng Qigong. And after that, we tap along meridians, like we call this method, or tapping whole body, which is from body and mind. And we connected all these exercises in 40 to 50 minutes long exercise, and it's really well accepted.
And the people that participate, are they always the same people, or do you get different people? Is it a once-off for them, or do they come on a regular basis?
So these exercises are free to anyone to join. There is nothing to be paid or any commission for us. It's because we are financed already. And the main visitors, or people who are joining, are females from 50 to 70 years old. So, but we have also children and younger and older people coming. And in the period of 1-2 months, the group is kind of organized, and then more of the same people are coming. But you always have some visitors, because we are publishing all the time through media that everybody's invited.
Very good. So what you're doing is you're using some basic Zheneng Qigong exercises, very powerful ones, as I've just heard, but you are kind of tuning people in by taking them into nature first, which obviously is a very good environment to do these exercises, and to calm them down via simple breathing exercises. So is that in summary what you are offering to the people?
Yes, our goal is to bring people out
yes.
and to relax, to have 1 hour per day for themselves, disconnecting from crazy world around, and just be more mindful.
Yes, and that's a good point, because I also would like, our listeners to benefit from it. Not everybody will be able to physically participate in what you offer there, but what is your advice to people? How can they use what you've learned there, and what is obviously working so well? How can they use it in their daily life? If they're living in Australia or the US or in Mexico or somewhere, how would you advise them, to use your experiences here?
Interesting question. And I could say that first, you need to know why you are doing this. What is your intention of relaxing, or what do you want to achieve, right? And I usually explain it like, imagine you have 2 types of brain. One is a red brain, which means that it's fully active and it's full of emotions like fear, anger, sadness, all the daily challenges we have, in this red brain is kind of vibrating inside. And then we have a green brain, which means a relaxed nervous system, slow breathing, and being in one of these 2 brains, it's a whole difference on body health, right? So what we want to achieve is the green brain,
right?
Relaxed state, which opens our mind and heart to connect to our daily work, to our family, to our life intention, and escaping from the daily routine and crazy schedule, we offer this path to this green brain. And by joining exercises like this or practicing Zheneng Qigong, we are developing a new state of mind, which in the beginning it's not so usual. So our brain starts to have a lot of distracting thoughts, but more and more you practice, your mindset gets calmer, quieter, more transparent, and here you have a base for development, better life, healthier life.
My name is Leila Cupido, and I'm the project manager of the Students Hub. Our team is constantly adding events, teachers, videos, and other resources to take your practice to the next level, improving the quality of your life and the life of the people around you. We do this work for you, so please use it. Hunyuan Ling Tong.
And is it mainly the connection with nature that supports you in that, or is it more the breathing exercises, or what would you say is the key to get on that path of moving towards the green brain?
Yeah, we actually the title "Breathing with Nature." If we go behind this title, is actually the basic theory of Dr. Pang. So connecting with nature, exchange energy with nature and human bodies. So this is the connection that it's you often in living in the city, it's cut it, right?
Yes.
Or because our mind is too busy. And breathing with nature means we go out, we connect to the nature. We also add when we stop before making, organizing a chi field, organizing information for the practice, we put a simple task for participants that connect to the nature in your own way. So you can hug a tree, you can touch the earth, you can smell the flower. You have 5 minutes to explore, you just do it in your own way. And after the practice, we do it again with a calm mind, mindfulness, tension, and hugging a tree again or smelling the flower. It's a whole different experience. And, people never practiced before. Now they have experienced the difference between calm state and full of mind, busy mind experience, before and after, and they see how they benefit from them. And I can share one of my participants said, she's lady 65 years old, and at the beginning she said, I have trouble challenge with sleeping. I never sleep the whole night. This is happening for years, And then after 2 months, she came and she said, after each Tuesday we have a practice, I sleep all night, and then the whole week I again wake up, but only Tuesdays I sleep, How is this possible? And I said, because you consciously relax your nervous system, and the body responds, mind responds, and you make environment for good sleep. And you can do this every day if you want to sleep good.
And I think you're saying something very important here, because I picked up the word mindfulness before, and making a conscious choice also. So it is, a lot of us know what it means to walk through nature, and we enjoy it and we feel much better afterwards. But very often our mind continues to be in the other state. You called it the red state, or what is the color that you attributed to it? Did you say red
brain? Yes.
Yes, the red brain. So my mind still is, thinking about all everyday troubles and problems and so on and so on. So I am in nature, but I forget to connect. Well, what you're inviting people here to do is, to either with their own way, or with some guided exercises from you, but to actually put this aside for a moment and actually make conscious efforts to connect with nature. And I think that makes all the difference, because that is the time that you have where your mind can then calm down. That is the time that you have to get a totally relaxed state. And I think that is what most of us are forgetting. And I think this is what your training can actually teach every one of us here and remind us all of, that it's not just about having a walk, but also, then shifting your mind from the everyday thoughts to actually, appreciating nature, connecting with it, and being one and being in touch with what's going on in nature. I think that seems to me, what you achieve through these trainings there, right?
Yes, maybe I can add that it's a difference when we say, I go to meditate and I will like Zen meditation, I will just empty my mind, and observe the thoughts. This is one kind of meditation. But what I really like in Zhen and Qigong is that our awareness is always leading by some instructions, right? Visualization, which like pushes my mind to think just on one thing, right? So for my busy mind, I start to imagine center of the head. I start to go through all my physical body. Then I start to aware 1 meter around me and back in, and going out and connect heart to heart, mind to mind, and all this process leading my awareness to back inside out, it calms my brain frequency to the state of, like we say, Qigong state, right? So to be a perfect calmness. And using these tools, these methods, it's actually the beneficial, right? And this is Dr. Pang ideas of how he served this information, which is really, really amazing for us.
And would you suggest I mean, when I practice at home, I do what you say, but I don't connect to nature explicitly beforehand. And I just having this thought that, why don't I just open the window, listen into maybe a bird's singing, or just, look at some leaves at a tree, or look at the cloud if there's no tree around. So to get this connection with nature set up before I actually start my exercise. So that could be an easy way of using some of the things that you've learned there with your practice, of using it, with your daily practice, and through that enhancing the practice by making a conscious effort to connect with nature. Is that something that could be useful, or how do you feel about that?
Yeah, actually, what we used in Breathing with Nature is forest bathing, which comes from Japan, and they actually did a lot of scientific study of this, how you connect with the sounds of nature, and just looking into the river, looking through the leaves. When you just look to the trees, and there is a lot of leaves, and your eyes get like lost inside. They discovered that this looking in this kind of nature scenes, it relaxes the nerves of the eyes, which relaxes the whole brain, right? So it's really powerful methods connecting with nature just by our like hearing, smelling, tasting, looking, right? It all have so many beneficial effects on our brain and body. So I would definitely, when we are more conscious about, our life, we can connect all these things all the time, just operating from the green brain more and more often.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Andraj. Is there something else you would like to share from this program? Maybe how the people reacted, whether some of them took on more of Qineng Qigong, whether they got interested, or what is the reaction of the people? Do they find it easy? Do they find it difficult? How do you help people that find it difficult? Let's explore that a little more if you want.
Yes, so the main effect, because we did questionnaires before and after, because this project is limited to 6 months per year, like free classes 6 months, because we are dependent on weather. So during the winter we don't have it. During summer 2 months we have a pause because a lot of people is at the seaside. We saw it this during years, and people, most of them, I mean, we got the results that the quality of sleep was really improved, right? And we see, like, from comments from the people, they really like it, they enjoy it. It's we had one question: if the environment notice change of you, right, practicing
right.
something, and they said yes, like family members, friends, they see that they are more calm. They say they are more aware of their words, of their behavior. So we have a little impact on lives and societies, and I'm really glad that we are supported and that this project is going on. And what I wanted to mention is that if it's like a proposal, if anybody who's watching this have opportunity to reach to humanitarian organization which has some members, through humanitarian organization you can apply on the tenders, and you give this mindfulness approach, Qigong approach, to apply for this tender. And I'm glad to give you all information about the projects, how we do it, what do you need, and just do it in your own country, because last year we achieved 4,000 participants in 26 locations, and we have some impact on the Slovenian country. We are working on it, and it's idea who is it's good, and it would be nice to hear that it's somewhere else is also happening.
That is a very, very great success. I mean, the impact you are making there with so many people, I've got no doubt that it has an impact on the society of your country. I mean, your country is not big, so that's it's obviously easier to make that impact in a smaller country, but it's wonderful. And my guess is that maybe the approach you took, you didn't say, okay, here's a Qineng Qigong course, because a lot of people have never heard of Qineng Qigong. You came up with a concept that integrates elements that are familiar to people. Now, people know what breathing means, what nature means, and it's easy for people to imagine how that can add value to their lives. So you use these elements to make it easier for people to join you as well. I can imagine that people that read in the paper about breathing in nature, they say, well, that might be something for me. That might not have said so if you said we're doing exercise of Qineng Qigong, right? So I think that's a very clever approach to open up people to these ideas and then have them experience whatever they experience when they come to you and when they work with you and when they have this wonderful time in nature. And I think that is something, if any of our listeners out there, has the initiative and wants to create something for the society and the communities around them, that might be a very good inspiration to say, okay, let's come from an angle that is easier for people to relate to than something they might never have heard of. And I guess that's also the reason why you had so many participants. And now people are practicing Zhineng Qigong exercises at home without ever having heard of it before and benefiting from it. And I think that is also ties nicely into the vision of Dr. Pang, because for him it was, to have as many people benefit from the experiences and what he knows and his expertise as possible in the world. And you're making a great contribution here.
Yes, I mean, the challenge we have is that there in Slovenia, we're actually just 2 certified Zhineng Qigong teachers. So working with volunteers, it's a challenge because they just do it in their free time. And even if you offer education, it's their free choice, So you need to be a motivator all the time to bring people together. But it's 3 years of the project. I think we are doing good, and hope that we extend this and get more people involved.
Okay, wonderful. So thank you very much, Andraj. That was very insightful, and maybe we have inspired someone somewhere in the world to take up your idea. We will obviously have your contact details in the show notes. So if somebody feels like, wow, this could be something I would like to bring into my community, then they are free to get in touch. And and I'll thank you again for this conversation. Wish you a lot of success with the ongoing project. And also on a personal side, Andraj has just become a father, again, his second child. So there's lots of things happening in his private life, and all the best for that as well, Andraj.
Thank you, Thorsten, for inviting me. And I would like to join again for some other
cool.
topic.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Andraj.
Thank you. Goodbye.
We trust you enjoyed this conversation, and we invite you to subscribe to our podcast so we can stay in touch and notify you of future episodes. We will end today's episode with the 8 verses meditation performed by Zhineng Qigong teacher Katrin Hendricks. Enjoy. To get your free ebook on the 8 verses meditation, please check the show notes below.